Josh Looney alongside Bob Costas as NBC's Football Night in America visits Arrowhead Stadium for the first time in the show's history.
That's true. That's true, because we started in 2006 when NBC got football back, and I don't think the Chiefs have been on Sunday night, at least not at home, in that stretch. So here we are, debuting, sort of.
Of course, it's not your first time to Arrowhead.
Oh, no.
You've been to Arrowhead plenty of times, as well as NFL stadiums across the country. What sticks out to you that's so special about Arrowhead Stadium?
Sea of red, how knowledgeable the fans are. You know, I'm a St. Louis guy, and it's a little bit like baseball in St. Louis, where the fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, but there's a certain amount of good-naturedness to it. It isn't a vicious crowd like you can find in some other places. They're into it, but they're not nasty into it for the most part. And that's something you like. That's an atmosphere you like.
You mentioned Chiefs fans. The same thing sticks out to me about Pittsburgh Steelers fans. And both of these cities, football towns, so to speak, and both of them, the franchises are owned by original families. It's just a really unique matchup, I think, for a Sunday night game.
Yeah, tremendous history. When I look back behind you at the banners and I look at the championship of Super Bowl IV, and we just came out of 65 Toss Power Trap Productions where we interviewed Todd Haley. You think back to Hank Stram. Sure. You know, as a guy who spent a lot of time in Missouri, I have an appreciation of the Chiefs' history.
And spending time in Missouri on the eastern side for the most part, but you're on the western side over Thanksgiving. Have they treated you all right? Do you have barbecue for Thanksgiving feast?
Actually, we didn't come in until midnight Thanksgiving night. So we had Thanksgiving at home, got here post-Thanksgiving, but the leftovers have been good.
And there's plenty of barbecue places to visit Saturday before you start your Sunday night game.
We got it covered. We got it covered.
A little bit of news before this game. The Chiefs kind of been a steady team all year. They don't make huge in-season moves, it doesn't seem, but that was not the case this week as Kyle Orton claimed off waivers. Your thoughts on that addition?
Well, I think a lot of people immediately thought when Kyle Orton hit the waiver wire, this is a perfect fit for Chicago. He goes back to Chicago with Jay Cutler hurt, and obviously the Bears have a better record and seemingly a better shot at the playoffs than the Chiefs. But you have to keep in mind that even at 4-6, the Chiefs are only 2 back of the Raiders. They have a game remaining with the Raiders. The Raiders have some tough games left on their schedule. The way the AFC West is, you could possibly win it at 8-8. You know, so the Chiefs have to figure that they've got a shot at it, and they've got to play that way and make moves that way, and Kyle Orton made sense for them.
Kyle's first day in Kansas City is Friday. Obviously, a 48-hour period. Probably not going to factor in a big piece of the puzzle this Sunday night. But in your opinion, the remaining 5 games or so that this team has after that, can he be a guy that can be a difference maker down the stretch?
Well, he could certainly get a shot at it. If Tyler Palko goes out and plays extremely well against the Steelers, then he keeps the job. But obviously, it's not like he has tremendous job security. This could be a week-to-week thing, and as Todd Haley has put it, we will play whoever gives us the best chance to win in any given game, any given quarter.
I'll close with you on this. You spent time with Todd Haley earlier today. What stuck out to you about Coach and his plans going forward for this Sunday's game?
Well, you know, he laid out a scenario. I said, give me a realistic scenario by which the Chiefs can pull the upset. He said, we tackle well, we don't turn the ball over. When they get into our territory, we hold them to field goals, and we make a couple of plays, and we play about as well as we can. Can that happen? Yeah, it could happen, especially with the crowd behind them on a Sunday night.